bring one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly. Just start to slow your breath down. See if you can feel every single exhale, allowing you to soften a little more. Releasing through the shoulders, jaw. So you can relax your tongue, space behind your eyes. So find stillness here. Use some discipline, some focus to find that stillness within. Our mind is always trying to figure it all out, piece it together. When it can't, just makes up stories, just tells us stories about what other people are thinking or how our life should look. It creates feelings of anxiety, depression, frustration. So just for the next hour, see if you can go to a place a little deeper where those thoughts are, a place of no mind, a place of stillness. So let this inhale be the invitation. Follow this breath deep into the belly and let it fill you all the way up. Extremely present, extremely embodied here. Letting go of the past, letting go of the future, just to fully be right here, right now. So the only way we can be fully present is if there's truly nowhere else you'd rather be right now. So see if you can come to that place where you don't want to have your mind shooting into the past or the future, to different places you could be, different things you could be doing. So if you can leave that all outside this room. And one more time, use this inhale as the invitation to fill your body all the way up. See how long you can hold on to this breath. And then see how slowly you can let it out. Letting go of any tension that's left. See if you can commit to staying focused and present for the next hour as we start to move our bodies by keeping this deep connection with the breath. Start to hug your knees into your chest. Just move however it feels good. Maybe you're rocking side to side across the spine. Maybe you're finding a happy baby. Maybe you're circling the knees a bit. All right, let the left leg go long. Hug the right knee in tight. Interlacing your fingers around that knee. Tuck the chin a little bit. Kick out to the left heel. Keeping that leg straight but grounded. And hug that knee in towards the arm. Hug the elbows in against the body. On every single exhale, try to soften and let some of that tension go. But use your right hand to guide that right knee open out to the right towards the windows. Keep the neck straight and long, looking up. With the left hip grounded, if it's trying to come up, use your left hand to press it down. Maybe you want to roll out your right ankle here. All right, bring it through center of that right knee. Hand it off to the left hand. Find a gentle spinal twist. Gaze over the right hand. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Hold on to this breath. Watch how many times your mind tries to take you down the rabbit hole of thinking about the past or the future or that list. See how many times you can say no thank you. Let this inhale be the invitation back into this moment, into the body. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees in. Let your right leg go long. Kick out through that heel, hug that knee in, tuck the chin, hug the elbows in, relax your shoulders. Maybe rolling out the left ankle. Use your left hand, guide that left knee open. Use the right hand to ground the hips needed. All right, hand it up to the right hand, find that gentle spinal twist. Gaze up the left hand. Relax the shoulders, jaw. Try not to let your eyes move around. Try to keep your gaze steady and soft. Try not to fidget. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll start to rock forward and back. Rock the whole length of the spine a couple times. And you can toes up and touch the ground behind your head. And you rock all the way to a seat a couple times. When you're ready, try to rock all the way up to a chair pose. Standing at the top of the mat, maybe you need to use your hands to get your booty off the ground. Sit into the chair. Pull your belly. So we're trying to stack shoulders and hips. Draw the upper body back. Reach about the waist. Exhale, soft. This knees are soft. They drop the weight to feel the spiral of the shoulder. Press into the feet. Stand up, find a little back. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands down by your sides. All right, press down into the feet. Lift your quads up off the knees. Roll the belly in and up. Lift your heart. Lift your shoulders up. Roll back to broaden the collarbone. Exhale, lift the soften down. Keep the soften down. As you inhale, reach up. Keep the fingers. Squeeze the palms together. Lift a little higher. Exhale, press into the feet. Lengthen forward. If you need to, bend the knees. Empty all the air as you fold a little deeper. Let the inhale lift you halfway up. Fill you all the way up. Lengthen your spine. Now exhale, walk your hands over to the right, let your head become heavy. Maybe your knees are bent. Maybe you're starting to walk the knee back behind you just a little bit. Stay with this breath. Slowly come back to center, walk over to the left. Maybe back behind. Belly strong, lift it up out of the way. Head is heavy, shake it out a little bit. Slowly come back to center. Now bend the right knee, bend the right hand, you can all the way down or stay on the fingertips if you need to. Peel the left hand up. Peel that left shoulder back one time. Stack it right on top of the right shoulder. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Bend the left hand, bend the left knee, reach the right hand up. Kind of roll the heart open towards the ceiling just a touch, but softly on the exhale. Now move through the breath. Lower the hand down, inhale, rise left hand up. Maybe you just, every exhale, you come back down. Maybe you stay for one full inhale and exhale. Just move with your breath at your own pace. All right, once you've evened it out, come back to center. Inhale to lift up halfway. Let the hands step back to plank. Find this nice long line of energy. Press into the hands. All right, keep the right toes up. And point, and flex, and point, and flex. Pressing into the hands. Keep the back of the neck long. Set that right foot back down. Lift the left foot up and point. Flex. You're looking down, but your head's not hanging down. Your feet's not in the air. It's about the same height as your shoulders. Yeah, good adjustments, guys. Lower the left foot back down. Now roll the outside of the left foot and peel the right hand up. Lift the hips a little higher. Find your breath. If you need to lower that knee, that's just fine. One more breath. Lower back to plank. And hold. Find a little more length from the heels to the crown. See where you can soften and let go of some tension on the exhale. Roll to the outside of the right heel. Feel the left hand up, keep the hips lifting. Find your breath, find stillness with the gaze, steadiness with the breath. Come back to plank. Lower the knees, come forward, lower the chest, and then the chin on top of the toes. Hands are up in the shoulders, elbows are hugging the body. Imagine using the hands to slither forward just a little bit. Press into the feet to lift the heart up. The elbows hugging in and back. We're not using the hands to pull the heart forward. Okay? Soften. Stretch. Inhale, we're going to lift just a little more. Breathing into the low back. Each exhale, we're going to soften. Let something go. This is too much. With each exhale, lower all the way back down. Slowly lower down. Press back to child's pose. If you can, keep your knees together. If you can get your forehead resting with your knees together, we'll do that. If you need to spread your knees to get your forehead resting, then do that. Slow your breath down. Really honestly, see how long you can hold on to this breath. See where you can soften and let go. The shoulders, the upper arms, the heart. All right, slowly walk the hands over to the right. Maybe placing the left hand on top of the right for a little more. Lower the head back down if you can. Maybe move down to the left sit bone. Inhale a little more length into your whole left side. Pull all the way up. Exhale, soften, let something go. Now see if you can walk just a little bit further. You can start to walk over to the right side and behind you just a little bit. And then slowly walk back through center and over to the left. Place your right hand on top. And it's heavy. Right sit bone moving back. Inhale, we lengthen and fill out. Exhale, we soften and let go. So if your mind keeps pulling you back in, just see if you can let your one-pointed focus be staying with each breath as long as you can. And remembering on every single inhale to lengthen and fill up to expand. On every single exhale, we're letting go, contracting, releasing. So just by staying with each breath as long as you can, you're choosing to stay present. All right, walking just a little bit further if you can. And then come back to center. And then come up onto your hands and your knees. Getting a nice tabletop setup. So our head's not hanging down, not looking forward. The neck is the extension of the spine. So the crown is gently reaching forward to keep the neck parallel to the ground. Really rooting into the hands of shining the heart forward and rolling the shoulders back. We're finding this external rotation of the upper arms almost like they're turning out away from each other to shine the heart forward. Lower arms are turning in towards each other, almost like you would turn the thumbs in towards each other, but you don't really let the hands move. So that's how we do in all in plank and down dog and handstands. That's what we start to do here to really engage the arms that are alignment, to take some of the pressure off the wrists. Okay. Inhale, we peel the right hand up and really twist open now. Roll the right shoulder back to roll the heart up towards the sky. Slowly thread the needle, bring the shoulder towards the edge of the mat. Right ear all the way down flat. Walk the left hand forward. Relax here. Let this inhale be your invitation back into the body. Fully occupy the body with this breath, this prana, this life force, this moment. And don't forget to soften and let go of that tension on the exhale. Okay, the pose helps us find the tension, and then we can just keep it. If we don't give it permission to leave by softening wherever you feel that tension, giving it permission to leave your body, feel that happen. Stay right here or plant your left hand on top of your right. Interlace your fingers and straighten into the arms. Relax your head and your neck. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back up with the help of your left hand. Peel the right hand back up and really twist open. Come back hands and knees for one really slow cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Shine your heart forward.
Exhale, round it out. Slowly come back to neutral, finding that long spine, long back of the neck. Inhale, lift the left hand and we really twist open. And we slowly thread the needle. Ear to mat. Right hand walks forward. Settle in here. Find stillness. Notice that your body's version of fidgeting, it's kind of just like the same as the mind's monkey chatter. It's kind of some part of you saying like, I wish I was somewhere else. There's something more important I should be doing. So see if you can, and most of the time it doesn't even have to be that, it's just habit. We just do it out of habit, right? But here we're trying to create some new habits, right? Finding stillness in our minds, stillness in our body, letting go of this idea that we always need to be doing something, that there's somewhere else we should be. Stay here, plant the right hand on top, and release fingers, straighten arms, and then let go of some of this tension we hold so deep. Slowly come back up with the help of the right hand. Inhale, peel the left hand up into it. Come back hands and knees, even slower, cat-cow, make it dramatic. Go on a little super there. Exhale, empty it all out, draw the belly in. Back to neutral. Curl the toes. Lift the knees a couple inches. Let the head hang down. Find that external rotation of the upper arms, internal rotation of the lower arms. Lift the knees a couple more inches. Let your head stay heavy. Shake it out. Really slowly, we lift the knees and sit bones up towards the top back corner of the room. And then you kind of tilt the booty like you were trying to place the bottom of it on the ceiling, like you want to sit up on the ceiling. Find that motion. And then start to sink into the heels. Maybe your legs start to straighten. Maybe your knees stay a little bent. Maybe you need to move around a little bit in your first downward facing dog. Keep your head heavy. Keep your breath deep. Really press through the fingers and knuckles. It will help protect your wrists. In yoga, we put a lot of weight on our wrists and shoulders. If we don't do things right, it can be taxing. Inhale, ripple forward into plank. Find that nice long line of energy. Find your breath. One pointed focus. Can I stay with this breath a little longer? So lift your quads up off your knees. Everything roughly parallels the ground, including the back of the neck. So your head's not hanging down. Yeah. Let that space between your shoulders. See if you can lift it up a little bit by rounding a little bit. Instead of sinking in between your shoulder blades, press that space between the shoulders up just a little bit. Other way. Just round up just a little bit. Right here. Yeah, just like that. Rock forward just a little bit, lower the knees, and then lower the chest, and then the chin, and then untuck the toes. And then you release the fingers back behind you, maybe you move the palms together. And lift the shoulders up. Draw the hands back to draw the shoulders back. Press into the feet with the arms. So every inhale, we're going to lift just a little bit higher. Every exhale, we're going to soften, let something go. It's a steady and soft practice to the feet. Slowly release, hands under shoulders, curl the toes.
This works for me, period. However, Karma, Deacon's with a client right now, Karma, and I will let him respond as soon as he is done, period. Thank you, period.
From there to downward facing dog. Let your head become heavy. Shake it out if you're not sure. Find your breath. If your heels are a long ways from the ground, try stepping your feet in a little closer to your hands. And sinking those heels down a little closer to the ground. Yeah. Inhale, lift your right foot up high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and step it through. Crescent lunge. Stack your knee right over your ankle, your shoulders right over your hips. Both hips facing forward. Maybe you get that right thigh parallel to the ground. If your knee comes over your ankles, take a wider step. Belly in up, heart with you. Reach up out of the waist. Exhale, visibly soft. Keep your gaze steady. Soft. Stay with this breath a little bit longer. Find your breath, find your stillness here.
Right order.
Exhale, sweep the arms back, tilt your body forward. Inhale, come back up. Keep that right knee bent. Exhale, hinge, reach it back. And again, inhale, keep the right knee right where it's at. Let's move it off. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, reach up.
This time we're going to take flight off that back leg and lift it up off the ground. Bring your hands to your heart. Point your toes down and slightly in and try to level the hips out. And then slowly set the left foot down beneath the right. Sit back into the chair, reach the hands up. Maybe you palms them together and your knees into the thumbs. Belly in, shoulders soft. Gaze steady. Stay with this breath. Like there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Press into the feet, stand up, find a little back. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands to your sides. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise up. Use your whole exhale to swan dive. Lengthen out. Belly even up out of the way so you can pull a little deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga or just step back to plank and lower knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Kneeling back and downward facing dog. Always feel free to skip the vinyasas. If your wrists and shoulders are not feeling 100%, you'll just skip those and come right back to down dog. All right, head is heavy. Press into those hands. Find that external rotation of the upper arms. So it's like this motion of turning your armpits in towards your face to hollow them out, creating some space. The traps soften away from the ears. Yeah. All right, inhale, left foot reaches high. Exhale, draws the knee to the nose, step into crescent lunge. Knee over ankle, shoulders over hips, reach up out of the hips. So make sure your knee is pointed straight forward, not off to either side. Good. Back leg's pretty much straight. Unless you have low back issues, then you can put a little bend in that knee. Otherwise, that back leg is super activated. Beautiful. Low belly, in and out. Heart lifting. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, we soften. Stay focused. Find stillness. Inhale here, exhale, hinge forward, reach the arms back. Don't leave that left knee at all. Inhale, we rise up and fill up. Good, exhale, fold to the back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we take flight, kick off that back leg. Toes point down and slightly in, hips are level, hands at heart. Find your breath, find your belly, draw it in and up. Set your right foot down, sit back in the chair, reach the arms up, maybe gaze shifts up too. Draw the upper body back, try to stack shoulders over hips. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. If not, stick your booty back more. Yeah, then look forward or up though. Press into the feet, stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart, and hands down by your sides. All right, now we're going to press down into the left foot and lift the right knee up high. We're going to bring the right heel up into the center line, cupping the toes with the left fingers. Bring the right hand to the heart. Yesterday, balancing was really hard. It's easier today. I thought the equinoxes make it easier to balance. It's like ice to balance. I should be able to. Press your hips forward, let your knee fall back. Maybe you reach the right hand up. Maybe you're grabbing the big toe. Maybe you can only grab the elbow and start to move your way down. All right, resituate a little bit. Start from your foundation up. Press the foot down. Lift the quad up. All the belly in. Again, scoop the hips forward. Let the knee fall back to open the shoulder, open the hip. All right, visibly soften through the shoulders and the face. Gaze steady and soft. Stay with this breath. Slowly release, lift that right knee up high now. Heel the right hand back, let the gaze follow, find a little twist as you draw that knee across the body just a little bit with the hand. Slowly step it back, press the lunge, bend the left knee along. Slowly lower the right knee all the way down to the ground, let's hold the toes, and then float the left fingers and stack to the ground. So feel the left foot pressing down and energetically drawing back to draw that left foot back into the socket as we open the right hip flexor. Soften through the shoulders, face, jaw, stay with this. Slowly reach both arms up, lower the hands down, draw the toes back like half splits. Maybe the hands walk back a little bit. Heart is lifting, belly is in, maybe bend the elbows lower down towards that. All right, now curl the right toes, lift the right knee up, and press it up and back, maybe straightening into the legs. Find your breath. One more breath to lower the body down towards the leg. Lower the left foot down. Slowly shoot the left foot up and back, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips, try to stack. Head stays heavy, breath stays deep. Sink into that right heel, let your head hang down, twist over. Slowly come back downward facing dog. Inhale, wriggle forward with the plank. Roll the outside edge of your left foot, heel the right hand up. Keep the hips lifting high, reach the right arm up alongside the ear. Lengthen out the whole right side of the body. Maybe the heart rolls up towards the ceiling just a touch. Come back to plank. Roll the outside edge of the right foot. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders, then reach the left arm up alongside the ear. Soften the shoulders out of the ears. Slowly come back to plank and lift up downward facing dog. Shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees, and walk them out to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale. Now bend your knees enough to get the back of your hands on the mat. So you can stretch your wrists out a little bit here. Bend your knees as much as you need to get some weight on those wrists. Shake the head out, let it hang heavy. Stay with your breath. Now let your head hang down, slowly round up. Arms and head hanging heavy, pressing through the feet. Inhale, chin up, tucks last, heart lifts, broaden collarbone, draw the shoulders down. Press down into the right foot. Lift the left heel up at the center line. Up the toes with the right fingers, bring the left hand to the heart. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Start the foundation up, pressing down, so we move down to rise up, like a tree. Hips are pressing forward, knee is falling back. So you can grow visibly taller on the inhale, visibly softer on the exhale. Maybe reach around to that big toe, settling to the elbow and working our way down. Soft on each exhale. Let go of this tension behind. So lift the left knee up high. Feel the left hand back. Gaze follow by that little twist. And slowly step back. Press and lunge. The heart lifting as the left knee lowers all the way down. Tuck the toes, sink in, flip the right fingers down. So keep the right foot drawing in and back. Soften that left hip flexor down and forward. Soften the shoulders. Soften the face. Slowly both hands reach up and then lower down and straighten the foot. Toes draw back like half splits. Heart stays lifted, maybe bend the elbows, belly in. Stay with this breath. Notice how many times you have to keep telling yourself to come back to this moment, back to this breath. We're retraining these habits of letting the mind interrupt our attention span every 5 seconds. Keeping this one-pointed focus, staying with our breath to find the stillness within. Okay, curl the left toes, lift the left knee, maybe go the legs straight. One more breath to lower the body down to move the legs. Lower the right foot, bend the right knee, shoot the right foot up and back, like a dog. Bend the knee, open the hips, head stays heavy, breath stays deep, twist open, sink into that left heel. And come back downward facing dog. Inhale, wriggle forward with a plank. Roll the outside edge of the left foot. Peel the right hand up. Right arm comes up alongside the ear. This time, right foot steps behind us. And we flip it over. Lift the hips. Lift the heart. Reach to the fingers. Relax your head and neck. Come back to plank. Roll the outside edge of the right foot. Peel the left arm up alongside the ear. Step the left foot behind you. Flip it over. Reach to the fingers, let something go. Slowly come back to plank and lower through chaturanga, or skip it and come back downward facing dog. And then we're gonna find a child's pose. Unless you'd rather stay in down dog, that's fine too. If you can, keep your knees together and leave your forehead resting here. Slow your breath down. Okay, taking a minute here to recommit for the second half of class, so staying right here in the body, right here in this moment, using our breath to help us retrain our mind.
right, when you're ready, come back, downward facing dog. So you can sink into those heels a little bit more, lowering them down towards the ground. Get them way up there, step your feet in a little closer. And see if it feels better to get the heels a little bit closer to the ground, opening that whole back side of the body. All right, inhale, lifts the right foot high. Exhale, draws the knee to the nose. Step it through like warrior one, which means the left heel spins out and down. Okay, so we're still trying to keep the knees stacked right over the ankles, pressing it straight over second toe, not off to either side. All right, maybe you get the right foot parallel to the ground or close. Reach up out of the waist. Notice the outside edge of the left foot. Try to lift up and press it back down. Trying to get the hips facing forward. So we're drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. They might not come all the way forward with those toes kicked out, but we're still trying, yeah? Inhale, we reach up, we lengthen and fill our body. Exhale, we grow visibly softer. Giving our mind something to do with the breath so it's not bouncing around. All right? Bring your hands to your heart. Keep bending into the knee. Hinge forward, turn and twist to the right. Hook the elbow outside the knee. So turn towards the windows. Yep. And now press the right knee forward more. Now press the hands down. The right hand down to the left hand to roll the right shoulder back. Imagine rolling the heart towards the thumbs. Maybe even placing the thumbs in the center of the chest. If it's too hard to balance or too much of a twist, maybe you need to come up on those back toes. Inhale, see if you can find more length in the spine and back of the neck. Exhale, see if you can find more softness to the face and shoulders. Take in one more breath. Alright, so we come back up, warrior one. And then we open up like warrior two. That heel spins out, oh, it's already out that, yeah, just open it up. And now our hips turn towards the long edge. Now we're trying to face the hips, long edge, going out. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Soften the shoulders. Check in with the knees, still pressing straight out of the second toe. Press down to the feet, especially outside into that left knee. Find softness on your exhale. Hold on to this breath. Inhale, reverse it. Maybe you reach around to grab that right hip. Take one more breath, sinking the right knee a little more. Don't really keep the triangle. Maybe you keep that little bind. Maybe you take a little smaller step. Shift your hips back. Reach forward. Bring your hand down towards the ground, maybe onto the shin. Roll that left shoulder back. Gaze up at the ceiling. Press down into the feet. Hold your belly in. Don't forget to soften and let go on each exhale. Use your focus and discipline to breathe through the nose and to make each breath last as long as you can. Maybe the right hand reaches up towards the front of the room. Slowly come all the way up to reverse the warrior again, meaning that the bend back in the right knee. Exhale, cartwheel hands down. Shoot the right foot up in the back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips, head stays heavy. Slowly come back downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior one. Right heel spins out and down, reach up out of the waist. Press your left knee forward, draw your left hip back. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we soften. Press down into the feet, especially the outside edge of the right foot, fully grounded. Belly in and up, gaze steady and soft. Exhale, we soften and let something go. All right, hands to heart. Keep the deep bend in the knee, hinge forward, turn and twist to the left. Look the elbow outside the knee. Twist the heart towards the thumbs, maybe placing on the center of the chest. Keep left knee resting forward. Now feel the left hand pressing down into the right to roll the left shoulder back. Pull the belly in. Find your breath and stay with it. Yeah, if you need to, come up on those back toes. Slowly come back up, warrior one. Keep the deep bend in the left knee. And then open it up, warrior two. Feel those hips now open towards the windows, towards the long edge. Check back in with the knees. Back right over the ankle. Gaze over the left fingers. Soften through the shoulders. Inhale, we find a little more length. Exhale, a little more softness. All right, we reverse it. Maybe right hand grabs that left hip. Take one more breath, sink into the knee a little more. Then we'll find that triangle push. Shift the hips back.
Maybe you need to take a slightly smaller step. Reach forward, lower the hand down, maybe to the ground, maybe to the shin, and then roll that shoulder back, trying to stack the shoulders. Press down through the feet, draw the belly in. Inhale, imagine you could lengthen your spine on the back of your neck. Exhale, soften anywhere you can. Yeah, maybe left hand reaches out towards the front of the room or up alongside the ear. Come back up to reverse the warriors. Left knee bends a lot. Cartwheel hands down, shoot the left foot up and back, three-legged dog, and the knee, open the hips. Head is heavy, breath is deep. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale here, shift your gaze up between your hands, bend your knees and walk around to the top. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Find a backward bend, maybe a deep one this time. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Good job, guys. All right. Press down into your left foot, lift your right knee up as high as you can, and then interlace your fingers underneath the foot. See if you can get your whole wrist under there, get all 10 fingers in your wrist. Keep pressing the left foot down, and now engage the core and see if you can make the right foot feel light in your hands. And if so, if you want more, maybe you start to kick through the right foot. All right, for the kick, you're going to kick as hard as you can with balance. So feel both your feet equally pressing. Left foot pressing down, right foot pressing forward, but equal pressure. Quads engaged evenly too. We're finding our balance here. By lifting the left quad up, the same amount as the right quad's pressing down. Lengthen through the heart, through the spine, back of the neck. Exhale, soften shoulders. If you want more, bend the elbows, tuck the chin towards the chest, and try to pull the forehead down and touch the knee. Keep kicking as hard as you can. Keep softening on each exhale. Slowly come back up and release that right foot down. Step your feet as wide as the mat, two toes out a little bit. Bring your hands to your low back. Bend your knees to lower the hips. Scoop the hips forward, find a deep supported backward bend. Let your head be heavy, don't bring it to sleep. Let's go. Come back up. Step your feet together. Press your right foot down, lift your left knee high. Interlace all 10 fingers under there by getting the whole wrist under there. Press the right foot down, let the foot get light in. If and when you're ready, kick and kick hard. Inhale, we find more length of the spine, back of the neck. Gaze is steady. Soften. Belly is in. If and when you're ready, tuck the chin, put the forehead down, but don't stop kicking to the heels hard as you can. Slowly come back up. Release the foot. Spread the feet, toes out. Hands to low back. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Scoop them forward, drop it back. Inhale, slowly come up. Step your feet together. Bring your hands to your heart. Lower your hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to take a couple minutes to work on handstands. If you'd rather do headstands or a different arm mounted version, that's fine. If you want to move your mat to a wall for support, feel free to do that anywhere you like. I will show you a way to get into handstands and headstands. If you already have something in your practice, feel free to get right into it. If you don't feel like going upside down, just lay on your back, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. You can even do this against the wall. If you want to scoop your booty all the way to the wall. All right, if you want to try handstands, you can only do handstands if you know that you have the arm strength to support your body weight, okay? And if you want to try them, there's a couple ways you can come into it. One is like straight from down dog. You want your fingertips about 6 inches from the wall and your hands just like down dog. And you step one foot in, use one foot as the kicker and one as the swinger. See if you can just slowly float your foot off the ground a little bit first. And when you're ready, you'll go all the way up. All right, when you come down, you're going to make sure to come down with one leg at a time. All right, think about all those cues, the external rotation of the upper arms, the internal rotation of the lower arms, to protect the wrists and the shoulders. Stay with your breath. All right, don't lose that one point of focus, that presence, just because the leg is a little bit too.
If anybody wants me to show them a way to get into headstand, I can do that too. Yeah, you're gonna kick a lot harder than you think. If you want, you can spot each other and help each other bring their hips all the way to the top. Because sometimes just getting up that first time, it's kind of hard to find the wall. Like it's further than you think. Yeah, nice. If it feels like a lot too on your wrists and shoulders, you can try headstands as well. Just make sure to leave 6 inches between your head and the wall. That way when your feet touch the wall, you won't be too arched. Okay, if you're going up and you happen to start to tumble over, tuck your chin, tuck into a tight little ball, and just roll out like a ninja. When you try to fight it and keep your neck tense, that's when you can get hurt. If you just tuck and roll, it's just a somersault. It might be kind of loud, but it won't hurt. Nice. Very nice. Remember to come down one leg at a time when you're ready to make a smoother landing. Good job, guys. Now think about the arm strength. Instead of just thinking about getting upside down, think about pressing through the fingers and knuckles, finding that external rotation of the upper arms, so you're really stacking everything in place proper, finding proper alignment upside down. Nice. See if you can feel the blood draining out of your feet and your legs. Nice. Nice. Okay, when you're finished here, we're going to slowly make our way back to our mat and back to our spot. Okay, we're going to turn to face the windows and come into a frog pose. So we're going to spread our knees wide and our feet wide. Imagine your shins like along those lines, along the lines on the floor, so that your ankles are in the same line as your knees, yeah? Turning the toes out if you can. If that doesn't work for you, you can just point them straight back or even in if you need to. Okay, we're going to slowly start to walk the hands back, pressing the hips back towards the heels. And you probably feel like there's like bone, like a reason why you can't physically do this is just your hips are tight. But it feels like, oh no, it's something else, like that's as far as it goes. But no, it's just your hips are that tight. All right, so we keep just kind of pressing slowly and gently, pressing the hips back towards the heels. But then at some point we're going to stop pressing. If you want, you can lower the elbows down. I feel like it's better stretch on your hands, but you can decide what feels better to you. Because sometimes if you can relax more with the elbows down, and maybe you'll soften more. So now we stop pressing it all, we start just allowing this to happen. Okay, stay with your breath. Because when we stay out of our head and in our body, that's when we allow the yoga to work. Allowing this energy to move through us, because we're not attached to it, we're not holding on to it. So when you think things like, I am so tense, then even if you're not aware of it, you're resistant to letting go of the tension because you've identified with it. Even though you probably don't really believe that you are the tension, you've kind of declared it so with your thoughts and your verbiage. And then you become afraid to let it go, because if you are tension and you release the tension, then what are you? Where are you? So see if you can, instead of identifying with this tension you feel, just notice it. See if you can see how that will help you release it. really slowly come out of this. And we turn the face forward and we come into a child's pose. Take the longest, deepest, slowest breath you've ever taken right here. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Okay, slide out onto the belly. Bring your arms straight out to the sides like airplane wings. Zip your legs together. Squeeze your toes and heels together. Squeeze your knees and thighs together. Inhale, lift everything up off the ground as high as you can. Draw the arms back and up more to lift the heart a little more. Squeeze the legs together. Find a little more length from your toes to your crown. And now bend the knees, grab the ankles from the outside, right on the ankle bones. And then kick up into your hands. Try to keep your knees about as wide as your hips, not splayed out too much. Start to look up just a little bit, but keep the neck and shoulders soft. All right, kick up. Maybe you can come up so just your hip bones are touching the ground. Don't forget to soften on the exhale. Slowly, gently release. Release the feet down. Turn your head either side. Relax your shoulders. Now slowly just roll over onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. All right, see if you can come back into a plow pose. Try to get the toes to touch the ground behind your head. Don't turn your neck in this pose. Keep your neck long and straight and soft.
Rachelle, is there a way to go into plow without choking yourself?
You know, different people like to do different ways. It is just kind of one that chokes you like that, and maybe it doesn't work for everybody.
I'm just wondering if I've been doing it.
See if you can really soften here through the neck and the shoulders. If you soften enough, you'll feel this pose change and become less about your neck and more about the curve in your spine. See if you can feel that. Yeah, maybe you walk your toes back even a little further. Maybe you reach your hands back and grab your toes. Or maybe even interlace your fingers back behind you. But we soften with every single exhale wherever we are. And let go of some of this tension we're finding. Reach your hands back behind you, press your palms down, use them as the brakes to slowly, slowly, slowly roll out one vertebrae at a time. So reach the hands back behind you towards the back of the room. Yeah. Hug your knees into your chest. All right, cross the right knee over the left. Actually, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then lift the left foot up, and then interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, lower your head back down, tuck your chin, relax your shoulders. Keep hugging that thigh in closer, and letting the right knee fall out away from you a little bit. If you want more, interlace your fingers in front of that left shin. Soften on the exhale. See if you can make this inhale last for 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 counts, as long as you can make it last. By taking just the tiniest little stream of air, so you can hold on to it longer, so you can stay right here with this breath, with the sensation. Okay, keep your foot crossed, but release your grip. Lower your left foot back down. Cactus the arms. Let the lower body drop to the left until the right foot's flat on the ground. Draw the left heel in a little closer to the glute, and then try to lower the right sit bone down to the ground. Gaze over the right hand. Relax your shoulders. Maybe that knee is falling forward towards the back of the room, really.
your eyes are open, soften your gaze, keep it steady, find stillness here. So you may have noticed we're always kind of like waiting for something. Maybe it's, Monday morning or the first of the year or next month, till we're gonna do all the things, till we're gonna start living our best life. See if you can imagine that this is the breath you've been waiting for, and allow it to help you to unravel some of this tension you hold, some of these ideas you hold on to. See if you can really feel the magic of yoga entering you on this inhale. Let it fill you all the way up, and then take one more sip. And then on the exhale, let go of all of this tension, all of this stress. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Lower your feet down flat. Cross the left knee over the right ankle. The left ankle over the right knee. Pick the right foot up. Interlace your fingers around the right thigh. Lower your head back down. Tuck your chin. Relax your shoulders. Pulling the thigh in as the knee falls out away from you. Maybe you need to readjust the height of the right foot. That might change things a little. Stay with this breath. Yeah, maybe you reach in front of that right shin if you want more. Release your grip, lower the right foot, cactus the arms, lower body drops to the right, so the left foot is flat. Right heel drags in a little closer, left hip lowers towards the ground, gaze over the left hand, relax your shoulders. So if you can't keep your gaze steady and soft and keep your eyes from bouncing around, then close them. This is the breath you've been waiting for. Make it count. See how long you can make it last. Slowly come back to center and hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes fall open. Tuck your chin a little bit to keep that length in the back of your neck. Close your eyes down. Now we let go of controlling the breath. We let go of controlling anything. We just allow everything to be exactly as it is. We imagine that everything is happening exactly as it should, and that we're exactly where we need to be. Not because everything is perfect, but because otherwise we're fighting with reality. And everything becomes a problem instead of just the way it is. So see if you can feel this motion of allowing everything to be exactly as it is. See if you can feel yourself letting go of this idea that your life should look any different than it does, that your body, that anything about you should be any other than just the way it is. Because we might not notice that sometimes that incessantness of the mind is kind of like the opposite of gratitude. If you don't think things should be the way they are, it kind of means you don't appreciate the way they are, or what is. find this deep sense of gratitude for everything just as it is. Before you invite a deeper breath back, take note of this act of inviting. See how it feels to invite movement back into your fingers and your toes. All right, trying to grasp that not so tangible kind of abstract ideas. Inviting. All right, do it again. Invite that movement back, that deeper breath back. Feel that motion of inviting. And do it again and invite yourself to stay in this place of calm. It's always right here for you. It's that motion, that invitation that will help us to rewire our brains and our habits. That remembering to come back to this moment, to this breath. As you roll onto your right side, see if you can commit to staying with your breath. Instead of looking at this as the end of your practice today, look at this as just the beginning. This was just to get you in this space. Now the real practice is seeing how long you can stay in this space. Seeing if you can take this peace and this presence with you out there into the world. Because it could definitely use a little more of that. When you're ready, slowly drag yourself back up to a seat. Let your head stay heavy. Let your eyes stay closed. Turn to face the front. One last inhale. We rise the arms up, squeeze the palms together, lift everything up, up, up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bow the head to the wisdom of the heart and feel that. Feel what that means. It means not being so much in that place of the incessant chatter of trying to figure it out, but being in that place of presence where you drop into the body by way of the breath. Feel that. Commit to that. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.